Whew, wow, I didn't think it would make me all nervous again. Hello everybody, my name is Wren, as Cheryl said, from Stillwater, Minnesota, and I'm a Juice Plus National Marketing Director. Before Juice Plus, I was many things. I was a painter, a car salesman, a personal trainer, a health club manager. As an entrepreneur, I've owned health clubs, weight loss centers, chiropractic clinics, and rental properties. Health and passion has always been health and fitness have always been my passion from a very young age. You know, for the first 8 years of my life, I watched my grandfather, Charles, battle cancer for the whole time I knew him. And he would always say, you know, Lucas, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And in today's world, how true is that with the growing disease and all the things? And the sad thing is 90% of that is preventable. And that's what we have to share with people. And ever since then, that's why health has been my passion. I remember 5.5 years ago, Danielle and Lauren told me about Juice Plus. And they said, hey, these gummies would be great for your daughter and you should take them too. I was very skeptical, but yet fruits and vegetables just make sense. I mean, where's mom and dad there? I don't know where they're, oh, right there. You know, they say from a young age, right? Whose mom didn't tell them, eat more fruits and vegetables, eat your vegetables or you don't get dessert. So it just made sense, even though I was skeptical, so I skeptically took it. And I gave it to faith, and I felt better, and I was sleeping better, but it was the amazing changes I saw in this little girl that just blew my mind. And I remember calling up Lauren to this day and just saying, you know, Lauren, what is this voodoo crap you gave me? And she goes, Luke, it's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I'm like, well, if this is so great, I would have heard about it. I mean, number one, I had a little bit of an ego because I was a guy. And then if any of you have talked to a fitness professional, we know everything. This is so great, I would have heard about it, right? And I just couldn't believe it. But I skeptically looked into it because although we have the research, I always think results are faster than research. And it just, you know, it blew my mind when I looked into it to find out it was around 20 years. 36 published studies, and then the numerous health professionals around the world that supported it. It just blew my mind, and I knew I'd take it forever. But then Lauren was persistent and said, no, you're built for this business. You need to share this with others. And I was like, no. I suffered from a syndrome called ITC. I'm too cool. and so for 16 calls, I was too cool. And on the 17th call, she put me on the phone with a young lady, Cheryl Cortese. And now I know why they call her the Velvet Hammer. 3 questions later, I was in the business. And I look back now and, you know, I'm just so glad I think the toughest thing about this opportunity is if you want something different than the rest of the world, you got to think different and do different. And you think about it, as you share this with people, the hardest thing is, who's collected a no? And is it hard when somebody you get excited about says no? But it also said how much she believed it was for me, following up 17 times, just caring and just saying, I just think this is really for you. And you know, what if I hadn't shared it with you? Your daughter wouldn't be feeling that good. You wouldn't be feeling good. And I'm so thankful that she was persistent in that, or I wouldn't be here today speaking to you. Even though I love the product, as I got started in the business, I moved really quickly. I went to senior sales coordinator in about 5 months, and I was just shy of Q, and then life threw me a couple curveballs. Has anybody had a curveball before? And it derailed me for about 4 years. And although I was off track for 4 years, I was still in line. As Cheryl would say, get in line and stay in line. And I kept coming to all the conferences and connecting with Cheryl and Jeff and Lauren the whole time. They cared about the person, not the position or the opportunity, and that really meant something, and I can never thank you enough for that. And so I kept coming to conference after conference. Why? Because what we have is so much more than a product. It's so much more than an opportunity. It's a culture that's unheard of in today's world. It's being part of something special. It's a mission-driven model that we really get the opportunity to really change lives each and every day. And so I stayed for the amazing culture, the fun, the relationships. And then in December, a guy, Jeff Roberti, said, many of you may know, he said, Luke, don't let your comfort get in the way of your calling. And it really hit me. So at the beginning of the year, I started my first 90-day game plan with Jeff and John, committed to not drinking for 90 days. And then we went right up till spring conference. And although I didn't get the results I was looking for in that 90 days, it really laid the foundation for a solid year. And then I did a second 90-day game plan after spring conference, and that's where I really started to see some results. In April, I really started working. May was really good, and then June was, as Jim Rohn would say, herding cats. And the weather turned nice in Minnesota, and nobody was to be found. But I just kept doing the daily method of operation, sharing it with people, and doing the income-producing activity. And July was really good. I went to QNMD, finally hit the 4.5-year speed bump and got over it to QNMD, and then in August became National Marketing Director. I knew one day that I would do it if I set my mind to it. But my advice to everybody out there is learn from my mistake. You know, if you've been in this business and you go home from conference excited many times like I did, saying you're going to do it, ask yourself why. What is your reason for doing it? Make your vision board and realize you deserve everything. I could have done this 4 years ago. You know, I look back now and I just kind of laugh, and it's just a switch in your head. And it's like Tony Robbins always says, your life can change in an instant. And it's just when you decide and commit that this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do it. And, you know, I just remember thinking of Cheryl as I hit July, and I was like, wow, you know, could I get NMD by conference? I was like, why not try the next month? And I remember saying always, you know, you don't want to set momentum down by accident. So I was just like, well, let's go for it. And, you know, there's a few things that really stuck out to me during those 90-day game plans that led up to it. And it's, you know, number one, I think a lot of times we get stressed out and worry about the nose or whatever. And it was Jay Martin, lighten up for things to brighten up. You know, Jeff Roberti, it's as simple as we get paid to talk to people. You get paid for the nose. Don't let your comfort get in the way of your calling. Cheryl, you know, there's a line from here to infinity. You interested? No, get out of my way. Next. and then Lauren, what if? You know, what if she hadn't called me again and again and again until I finally said yes? John Halawadi, drama kills paychecks. Do it your own way. And if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. People already have a job. Remember to have fun and relax and make them enjoy the ride. Katie Ravy, no more excuses. You know, just have your effort moment. Don't compare yourself. And when it comes to social media, I get yelled at this all. Just post it. And I don't know. Oh, there she is right there. And that's the greatest surprise since becoming an MD right there. So thank you. I'm blessed with an amazing team of people that are just getting started. And becoming an MD, it's kind of weird that I'm up here because it's a lot of people doing a little bit, locking arms and just willing to go out there and share this amazing product and opportunity. So I want to thank, first of all, my amazing little girl here, Faith. And you're my inspiration. You make me a better dad, a better man every single day. And my mom and dad for teaching me the power of love, persistence, and hard work. I couldn't have better parents. Thank you. Lauren and Team YOLO and Cheryl, thank you for always being persistent and believing in me throughout that 4.5 dry years. Jeff Roberti, I know he isn't here, but I was at a bad point in life, and on one of my birthdays, and during those curveballs, and the last person I expected to get a phone call from was Jeff, and I'll never forget that, Jeff. Thank you so much for always being a brother. John Halawadi for locking arms with me, holding me accountable to my dreams, health, and doing it my way, utilizing the amazing systems that our company gives us. Katie Ravy for teaching me it's okay to just be and to put my thoughts out there and forget about what others think. To my amazing team, I can't thank enough. You are the true rock stars, and I can't wait to have each one of you up here watching you do your speeches. Thank you to Jay Martin and the incredible Juice Plus company. And in closing, I just want to have everybody think. I didn't know after Lauren had shared this with me that 7 months later I would find this little girl having to go through her second heart surgery. And, you know, she had to have a Ross procedure, an 8-hour heart surgery replacing 2 valves. And to hold your daughter in your arms and to look into her eyes and give her all the strength you have, not knowing the outcome. That's what's truly important. And, you know, like I said, I can't make medical claims, but I know that it's played a significant impact in her recovery. She did double the rehab. She was out of ICU in half the time. She was out of hospital in half the time. They didn't know if she'd be off blood thinners or steroids. She was off them in just over a month. And they didn't know the outcome, and they're still amazed to this day with how oh. Oh, you cracked me. I love you. But that's a bad day, not when somebody says no. So I just kind of laugh when they say no, and I think of Cheryl and just say next. So lastly, I would just ask you, you know, number one, that's the reason I'll never quit sharing this. What if Lauren hadn't shared it with me? The heck with NMD, the heck with all the positions, the heck with the paycheck. This is the greatest paycheck in the world. And, you know, who have you not spoken to? Who have you not shared this amazing product or opportunity with? What if she hadn't shared it with me? So the thought I would love to leave within your head is, what if? You never know who you can help, and you never will if you don't share it. Thank you very much.